What's up, everybody? What's up, Rick? So, I got a 78 Malibu. I got this about a month ago. I mainly just bought it for the frame. The frame on here is okay. I really just need to get the back half off of it. But anyways, it's a 78. Got a big old fiberglass hood for it. It's got a clean bin, clean title. It is caged. It's all glass except for the back. It's Lexan. It's got aluminum dash, aluminum door panels. There's a couple radiators in here, front rear bumper, miscellaneous wiring harnesses all under here. So I have everything to put it back together, which obviously, it's got rust. It ain't perfect. The body's pretty straight on it. And it's been patch paneled, there, all around the corners here where the frame, the bars are welded to the frame, except from the rear, which I gotta pop the trunk. But anyways, it's got 7.5, 10 bolt in it, just stock stuff, good shocks, good springs. I just figured I'd show this is something I got. I don't know, I'll probably put it back together and race it. We'll see. But back to what I was doing. Monte Carlo, I drove it in here the other night, pulled the engine out of it. Obviously we're gonna get ready to put the 400 in it, so I pulled the heads off of it, everything. So this is what I was getting down to talking about. So first thing I noticed was when I pulled the intake gaskets were leaking. So that's one thing wrong with it. Two, when I built this 10 years ago, when I built this, 10 years ago, all I did was re-ring it, put bearings in it, and put it together. Well, I never had it bored or anything else. The stock pistons and rods that were in it. This block had over 300,000 miles, but it's got considerable piston rock. Okay, so it is what it is. So basically when I pulled it apart, intake gaskets were leaking, so I guess I got it hot and popped the gasket. You got piston rock because the bores are ovaled out. The first thing I found when I pulled the intake off was all these little aluminum pieces sitting in the valley pan. So I thought maybe, piston, like piston skirt or something like that, or top of a piston. Nope, that ain't the case. So anyways, between taking the heads off, check the heads, everything on the heads, they're still good. So I'm gonna probably put the intake on the 307 that I got, the 400s right here. What was I? I've drawn a blank, guys. I don't know what I was getting ready to say. Anyway, so when I got down to it, I took the timing chain off, and I got a double roller on here. But as you can tell, looks like either that's block clearanced or there's a little bit of machine work taken off. Trying to get a good angle on the camera for you guys. But the double roller timing chain, for one, the timing was stretched. Because see, I had timing issues with this motor. I could never get it timed right. I couldn't do this, couldn't do that. I don't know if you can see it. My camera keeps going off on me. Anyways, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. You see the shiny spots? So the chain was wearing on the block. I did have a cam bolt, push button in there. Anyways, the chain was stretched, so that would have been a timing issue, even though this doesn't have a lot of miles on it. Yeah, I mean, 10 years of, or for however long I had it, I drove it for I probably drove over 10,000 miles on it, but until I started letting it sit. But anyways, so between it rubbing on the block here and the chain was wore. I never did change the cam bearings out of it, but they're okay.
Can I say hi?
Fun. And so one timing was stretched. I pulled the cam out of it. Had 3 wiped cam lobes on that solid lifter cam I had, so now I can't even reuse it. So took the clutch and pressure plate off of it. Kind of getting out of it. So I rotated the motor over and found really nothing wrong with anything. You can't even see it. I don't even have a light. Yes, I do. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to go over this real quick. I pulled this apart last night and was just trying to get everything going. But if you look under here, I never put a rod in backwards or nothing like that. It's hard to see, but I'm trying to get pistons. The pistons themselves are okay. It's a little hard to see. I'm trying to be underneath the motor here. But I put this when I took the pan off, there was still a little bit of trash in the pan, and the pickup tube. This is a brand new pump that I put in I don't know how long ago, and the pickup tube was in the pan. So that explains a little bit of the oil pressure issue, why it would never go up under pressure. It only go to like 20 psi and then slowly drop off. But the biggest thing is right here, the little push rod for your distributor to your oil pump. It is shattered, and I don't know how long it's been like that. And I drove this car and everything just the way it is, and I don't know how it lived. But anyway, so that's why I couldn't get the timing set, because I had slack in the chain and I had slack that. So that's probably where the knocking was coming from, and I thought it was coming from a cylinder, like pre-detonation or something, or pre-ignition or detonation, because the way it was knocking, it sounded like it was coming from the top. But as far as that goes, that's why I built the 400. So I'm going to put the 400 in it. This had so many problems. So technically, it had the oil pump drive gear was destroyed. It had the pickup off of it. It's got, piston rock in the bores. The cam had 3 wiped lobes. Timing chain was stretched. Like it had a whole bunch of different stuff wrong with it. So what I'm going to do is I got this Vortec 350 right here, and I'm probably going to put the Vortec intake that I got on there, the carburetor distributor off of this, because that distributor is brand new, so is the carb, on that motor, and put that motor in the Malibu. And then I'm probably going to finish the 307 with these heads and the intake over there. What's up, YouTube? How's everybody today? I'm in the garage with the kiddos. They're both in here. So anyways, there's a few things I'm going to go over. I got quite a bit that I've been doing. I have really time to video. I've been uploading as much shorts as I can, stuff like that. But go ahead and on this 400 here, I went ahead and torqued the rod bolts, and I got a torque spec for these Eagle rods because I couldn't find them for like 75 foot-pounds, 72 to 75 or something like that. Well, I torqued them and ended up over torquing them and stretching the bolts, which on these rod bolts, the 8740s, the ARPs, they're designed for you to either do a bolt stretch, to stretch it with a bolt gauge to a certain spec, or torque them down. Well, the torque spec that I found was like 63 foot-pounds, so I over-torqued them. I got no way of measuring the gauge, trying to think of the name of the tool. The gauge stretch tool. But anyways, so what I did is I ordered some ARP 2000 bolts for these rods. Same length, same everything. They're like a 1.600 rod bolt length. They're 7/16 stud 7/16 bolt. They're designed for the ARP rods. So what I'm going to do is I ordered them. They'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. And then I'll put them in and retorque them. I still have to take the other piston over here and press the pin, flip the rod around. I might start today, might just start tomorrow or something, but I'm going to start porting these heads pretty soon. I'm also going to port, I keep saying it, but I'm also going to port that BMW head as well. I shared on Facebook, which I got no way sharing it on my channel, but there's a guy, I can't even think of the name of his business, but he bores these LS motors. He bores the iron blocks and the aluminum blocks. Well, they took aluminum 5.3 and they bored it out. I think it's 4 1/8 bore sleeves is what they're putting in it, and then 4-inch stroke crank, so it's a 427 LS motor, which is actually a good idea to think about doing. And then on my aluminum block, I got to get sleeves for it anyways, and it's already at 4.125 bore, which is your stock 400 bore. And I'm thinking about putting a 4-inch stroke crank in that and making that a 427. So then I got, what, 2 427 cubic inch aluminum blocks. One small block Chevy oriented, the other one is this, LS. So that would be pretty cool. I don't know what I would put it in. As far as the Malibu, I have everything to put that motor together and run it. It's just a stock 350, Vortec 350. I can put that in there with my 6-speed over here. One thing I'd have to do is get a clutch setup, which I can make one. Kind of like I did this. I can either use the Malibu pedals and then build me my own slave cylinder setup for it. Because this right here, I had a Corvette slave on it, and it went bad, and I ended up putting just a stock style Camaro system on it. And the difference was on this one was this thread insert's different, I think. And yeah, I think that's different because I had like a 100-inch long cable for, to be able to bleed it easier. So I might do that because I got the drive shaft over here behind the hood here, and all I need is another U-joint, I do believe. Yeah, so I got it right there. So I'll probably end up doing that, maybe getting that Malibu streetable. I'll take a video of it and show you what guys up. And then I got a hydraulic setup. It's just a Speedway slave setup on a on the Saginaw 4-speed. And then I think I gotta think what I use. I think I used a Chevy truck slave cylinder one, like out of my pickup, I think. I don't remember. I have to look that up. But I ended up taking some brass fittings and making my own adapter. Isn't the best thing to do, but it works. And then, what are you doing, kiddo? We're having barbecue today, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we put that engine, we might be able to put in the Monte Carlo.
Well, that's the plan. I'm going to put the 400 in here. And then we'll go from there. But I'm probably, I don't know. I've been talking to the kids, been talking to old lady, and the frame on this ain't really that bad. I mean, it is rusty. That is typical. But I'm at the point where, since I'm wanting to race and drive and everything else, I'm probably going to take the AC box out. All this piddly stuff. I'm probably going to leave the inner fenders. I'm probably going to pull it apart and pull the body off the frame and roll this frame out. Maybe roll the Malibu one out, because I'm going to cut the cage out of the Malibu and I'm going to put it in this one. But I'm going to leave all the full interior. I don't know if I did a video on all this, but I'm going to put the cage in here, and then I'm going to cut the door bars out so they're, you can take them in and out so they're accessible for daily driving. I ain't got a headliner. It's gone. It's been gone since I've had the car. And the floors are just now starting to get rusty, so once I pull the carpet, I'll see the extent of that. But, besides your dash being cracked, I don't have the money to buy an $800 dash. And I don't really want to put the aluminum dash out of the Malibu in there. But other than that, we'll see what this small tire race car will do. These are like 23-inch tall tires. They're 205/50 514, but they're a sticky compound, so we'll see. And with a 410 rear gear ratio, it's probably closer to 456 gear. So we'll see.